this tussle for power that seems extraordinarily to center around the Holy Land, its inhabitants. Have you got a way of handling that?
Do I have a way of handling that? We're seeing the breakdown of a common story. It's really the World War II story that's breaking down, and it's breaking down in all kinds of ways that actually don't care about your political allegiance. They don't care about whether you're right or left or conservative or liberal or whatever. It's like it's the narrative that's kind of breaking down, and in that moment of chaos, there's obviously a desire to retell a new story and to kind of find a new story. Israel is the World War II consensus. It is the incarnation of it, and so all of the contradictions, all of the taboos of that consensus, all of the ways in which it served us and the way in which it betrayed us are all contained in that place and in that imagery. And so it's not surprising that that's the place where the narrative combat is happening, and not just about Israel itself, but the entire story of the liberal West since World War II, and the way in which we advocate for open societies, that we advocate for diversity, that we advocate for that we are afraid of identity, we're afraid of nationalism, we're afraid of race, we're afraid of all these categories, and now they're crashing back, and we don't know how to deal with it, and they're crashing back in all kinds of insane wild ways, and we don't know how to manage it. And so you have all of these characters that are basically yelling at each other and don't understand each other. That's really important, by the way. When if you probably saw the Fuentes Piers Morgan interview that was the last one, and when you watch it, you realize that these two worlds, they're talking and they don't understand what's happening on the other side. Piers Morgan doesn't understand anything about the world of the Groypers. He has no idea.
But actually, you're a 27-year-old dinosaur, aren't you? Aren't you, Nick Fuentes? All women.
I am.
All women are annoying. All women grow old. They all get fat. Says the guy. Have you ever had sex?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. Says the guy who's never got laid.
And therefore, he thinks he's doing something, but he's not. And he doesn't know what's going on. He can't measure the results, and he doesn't know what's happening because all of these stories are kind of crashing together right now.
Oh, that's a brilliant bit of analysis to take it all the way from World War II to Nick Fuentes and Piers Morgan. I mean, it's like the World War II, even though it was, of course, an incident of conflict, was in its own paradoxical way a unifying event. It was a unifying event. The great, it seems, enduring symbol was like that Israel is one of the sort of offered up consequences, results, some would say objectives of the Second World War. But of course, the total collapse of British imperialism and colonialism could be another one, and the rise of American imperialism, one might argue, and of course, communism, Russian, Soviet communism. How can you measure time in the same way in the pre-Gutenberg press era and now, when we can simultaneously make a claim, have that claim go around the world, have it debunked, dismantled, reinstantiated, sects emerging from it? I mean, you can sort of see it happening now. Like, once you would have said Jordan Peterson, Sam Harris, Joe Rogan, Candace Owens, that's one thing. Ben Shapiro, one thing. Now that thing, those people, you put them in a room, they might kill each other. It's extraordinary. Time itself is changing. We're living in a different reality. And as you say, there's not one story that can there is one story that can accommodate it, but people are denying that story. And it's gonna be wild.
So the problem that's coming towards us is that since World War II, and for good reasons, we've objected to tribal identity. We've objected to racial identity. We've ultimately then moved to objecting even to family hierarchies, to religious hierarchies, actually to anything that is kind of identity that stabilizes. And we've moved towards openness and diversity and difference, right? This celebration of difference ever since rock and roll, this idea that rebellion and difference, and you have to show how different you are from everyone else. All of that is happening, but that doesn't obviously at some point that breaks down. That becomes furries, and it becomes fetishism, it becomes S&M, it becomes all of like these kind of idiosyncratic ways of being, and that doesn't hold. The world can't hold together. And so the question is, how do we reintroduce identity into the world without repeating the fascist mistake, without repeating a kind of absolute identity, right? Or a kind of absolute nationalism, or all of the problems that started appearing at the beginning of the 20th century. How can we now reintegrate identity without falling into the problem that we had? And that's the problem. We don't know how to do it. How do we reintegrate identity in a manner that doesn't lead us down the dark path that happened in the 20th century?
Thanks for watching the video. Have a look at this one over here, or join us Monday, Wednesday and Friday on Rumble.